In news that shocked the Korean entertainment world and its fans around the world, Jungkook, one of the members of BTS, reportedly suffered a serious medical incident while serving in the army. The news comes after reports of Jungkook's deteriorating health after being diagnosed with food poisoning while serving in the military kitchen. But what really happened when he had to undergo a second operation? Why did the family have time to refuse the doctor's decision? And most surprisingly, how did this happen under the watchful eye of the military? Jungkook had only been in the army for a few months when the bad news broke. A source from inside the military camp reported that Jungkook was serving in the cooking section when the food poisoning incident occurred. Initially, the symptoms experienced looked mild: nausea, dizziness, and fever. However, his condition deteriorated drastically in a matter of hours. Is this the result of negligence in military procedures? Or are there other more serious causes? This news is certainly surprising, especially considering how strict health and hygiene standards are in South Korean military camps. Fans began to question, how could a Jungkook, who is known for his discipline and healthy lifestyle, experience something like this? Not a few speculate that there are external factors that trigger food poisoning. After being rushed to a nearby military hospital, Jungkook underwent a series of medical examinations. The doctor then decided to perform an emergency operation. However, recent reports have suggested that the first phase of the operation did not go as expected. There are serious complications that make doctors have to consider the second stage of surgery. What exactly made the first operation fail? And why do doctors still insist on continuing with the next procedure? This news further sparked public concern when one of Jungkook's family members, who did not want to be named, gave a statement that they were against the decision of the second phase of the operation. "We feel the first operation should be enough. Why should there be a second stage? This is too risky," he said. However, doctors gave an even more surprising explanation. Without the second stage of surgery, Jungkook's condition could have worsened. The conflict between the family and the medical team became one of the main focuses in the development of this news. According to exclusive reports, the doctor who handled Jungkook stated that the condition of his internal organs was severely affected due to toxins from the food he consumed. Without immediate action, this can trigger life-threatening complications. This decision is not about taking risks, but about saving the lives of patients, the doctor told a news conference held on the spur of the moment. However, Jungkook's family felt that this decision was taken too soon without considering the long-term effects of the second operation. Fans began to speculate, was the doctor's decision really for Jungkook's health, or was there pressure from the military to cover something up? Several wild theories began to appear on social media, with many citing possible negligence on the part of the military camp that caused this poisoning to occur. Food poisoning in South Korea is nothing new. However, the fact that this incident happened to a celebrity as big as Jungkook, who in fact is in the international spotlight, raises big questions. How can an environment that claims to have high standards in all aspects, including food hygiene, be negligent? Some of Jungkook's colleagues at the military camp, who spoke anonymously, mentioned that the task of cooking was often one of the toughest. "We had to prepare food for hundreds of people in a short time. Sometimes, the food provided is not always in the best condition," said one of Jungkook's military colleagues. Does this mean that there are systemic problems within the military environment that have not been revealed so far? Or was it just an unavoidable accident? The fact that Jungkook became a victim in this situation is certainly a big slap to South Korea's military institutions. Amid a storm of controversy and concern, support for Jungkook poured in from all corners of the world. Hashtags such as #GetWellSoonJungkook and #JusticeForJungkook are trending topics on various social media platforms. Fans expressed their solidarity, with many urging the military to provide an official explanation. "We just want him to be healthy and back safely," one fan wrote on Twitter. How could this happen to Jungkook? He is a valuable asset not only for BTS, but also for his country. Behind this support, however, came anger and disappointment. Many have questioned whether Jungkook received proper treatment during his military service. Was there a neglect of his health? Or is he forced to work beyond his physical capabilities? With the second stage of surgery to be performed, another big question is, will Jungkook make a full recovery? Doctors who deal with this case give an optimistic answer, but still full of caution. We are confident with this procedure, but the recovery process will take a short time, said one of the senior doctors involved in the operation. However, some health experts who are not involved in this case give a different opinion. They remind that complications caused by severe food poisoning can leave long-term effects, including on the digestive system and metabolism. If so, does this mean that Jungkook's career in the entertainment world will be affected? And how will this affect his future as a celebrity as well as a global icon? Jungkook's case is not only a test for him physically and mentally, but also for South Korea's military institutions, which are now under the sharp spotlight of the international public. Many questions remain unanswered. What really happened in the military kitchen? Why isn't food security strict enough? And most importantly, will Jungkook get the justice and treatment he deserves? In such a situation, fans can only hope that Jungkook gets the best treatment and can come back healthy and strong. However, this incident is also a reminder that even celebrities of Jungkook's caliber are not immune to risk and danger, especially in such a stressful environment as the military. Amid the rush of fan support, finally the latest news about Jungkook's second stage operation began to stick out. According to the statement of a reliable source from the medical team, the operation was successful, but not without complications. The procedure, which lasted for more than 6 hours, reportedly went smoothly, but Jungkook's post-surgery condition still requires intensive monitoring in a special treatment room. We managed to deal with the main source of the problem, but the patient takes longer to fully recover, said one of the doctors. This statement, of course, gives some hope, but it also provokes further questions. What exactly happens during this second stage of the operation? News from the operating room said that the poison that attacked Jungkook's vital organs had caused serious damage to his digestive tract, especially in the stomach and intestines. This situation requires doctors to take radical measures, including removing a small part of the damaged tissue. This decision is not easy, but it is the best step to save the patient, the doctor added. Although the operation has been carried out, Jungkook's family's worries have not completely subsided. In a brief interview with local media, one of the family members stated that they still feel anxious about the long-term effects of the medical procedure. Jungkook is a hard worker, and we know he will do anything to do his job well, including in the military. But his long-term health is much more important, the family member revealed. The family also questioned whether preventive measures had been taken well by the military before the food poisoning incident occurred. We just want to know if the environment he's in is completely safe. If there is negligence, we want the responsible party to admit it, he added. This statement reinforces speculation that there may be a negligence factor behind this incident. Is it true that the military does not meet proper hygiene standards? If so, is there any chance that Jungkook's family will take legal steps to seek justice? The incident reopened discussions about the harshness of conscription life in South Korea, especially for celebrities who had to abandon their glorious careers to serve state duty. Many enthusiasts and observers feel that the conscription system, while important, needs to be reformed to make it more humane and safe for all soldiers. It is not the first time that a celebrity has encountered difficulties during the draft. However, the fact that this incident involves an international star like Jungkook makes the pressure on the military institution even greater. Some local media even raised the question, is the military environment really ready to deal with celebrities who have a different standard of living than most people? This case is proof that even though they are public figures, they are still ordinary people who are vulnerable to danger, a military observer said in an interview with one of the national media. Not only in South Korea, this incident is also of international concern. Major media outlets such as CNN and the BBC began covering the development of the case, highlighting how the health of a BTS member, who has millions of fans around the world, became a global issue.